What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a couple things to do. Figured I'd go ahead and film it because after today I'm going to be out of town for the rest of the week, so I'm not going to have any chances to film anything until this weekend. But today we need to get the buffer out. We're going to buff the approaches, and then I've got a couple drill bits and some gloves, and I don't know, can you guys guess where I'm headed, what I'm about to do? It's not something I really want to do, but it needs to be done. And I'll start out by saying this. Broken Arrow, we kind of have some hard water, so your lines and stuff will start to get all that buildup in it. Well, we're having an issue in the women's restroom where the water's not flowing out of the toilet like it should. And typically, a lot of times what helps that is, so there's those little holes that go around the underside of the bowl, like on the lip of your toilet bowl, and they get clogged up with stuff. You drill bit, and you run it up, you just kind of poke it up around in the holes, knock all that crap down, and it should work better. So we're gonna do that real quick. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do that. And then I'm just gonna kind of set up, and we're gonna run some lanes, not run some lanes, gosh dang. So I'm just gonna kind of set up, start buffing the approaches. Shouldn't take too long. And then I'm gonna go home and start getting ready to leave. When I'm entering the women's restroom, I'm gonna go ahead and put this away because I don't need to be filming in here. It just seems weird, even though we're closed and nobody's gonna come in here. I'm not gonna make you guys watch this part. Oh, thank God. So I'll see you when we're out on the approaches and we're ready to buff. All right, guys, so I got the toilet squared away. Really wasn't much stuff in the holes. I think we actually have some different issues with those toilets. Might just be about time to replace them, so whatever. But we're gonna get out of that. I gotta turn on the rest of the concourse lights so I can see a little bit better of what I'm doing. All right, so let's go get the buffer. All right, now I'm gonna take my secret elevator down, hop up in the back. I'll see you guys back there. Dang, elevator took me to the wrong area again. I gotta get this thing fixed, guys. All right, I'll see you back there. All right.
You're an idiot.
Close enough, good. So let's go grab the buffer. All right, we got the buffer. I haven't done this in a long time, so we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully the buffer don't control me, I control it. But you never know with me nowadays. So, yeah, we're down here behind 36. Actually, we're gonna go down to lane 1 and start down there because the buffer sets behind 36. So, might as well start down here, work my way down here, put it up, and then I'm out of here, boys. I'm out of here. So, let's get this down here, and I'll go grab some alcohol because that is the only thing that you should use when cleaning your approaches. Don't use other cleaners. That was told to me by the guy that put these in, because I fortunately got to be here when they installed all these lanes, all these bumpers. It was pretty cool to watch. And he said the only thing you need to use to clean these approaches is alcohol. Don't use anything else. If your approaches are getting sticky, give them a good cleaning with alcohol. I don't know if you guys are gonna see that. Shoe marks. But a lot of those shoe marks like that will come up with just your foot. I'll show you. Here's how you can tell if the bowlers have been using cheap shoes. Call them marks. And then get a lot of those and a lot of white marks. And I think that's kind of a sign of cheaper shoes being used. Because then, you know, if all shoes did it, then these approaches would just be black and white. That's it. So let's get her plugged in. I'm gonna go up here, get a bottle of alcohol so we can spray down. I don't cover the whole thing in alcohol. I just kind of find the worst areas and kind of spray it down, and then buff it, and then just work our way back and forth. Basically like you're evening it. Basically trying to get it all just kind of evened out. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, you can't see it from there. Let's get the light back on. You see, watch the light drag across there. Look how nasty that looks. Yeah, Lee. Sometimes it's hard to tell how dirty your approaches really are. There's a lot of stuff you can't see, especially looking right at it. But if you look at it from a distance and let the light from up above kind of drag across the approaches, you can see things. So what you do is you watch them and you walk across. See how that light drags across it? You watch that light, and anything that's in the approach or on the approach or anything will show in that light, which is pretty neat. So I'm gonna shut you guys up, get the pad on the buffer. We found the rubbing alcohol, and we're gonna get to buffing.
Finally.
You're watching the Andy Griffith Show. Oh yeah, look at that. If you're new to buffing and you've never done this before, just remember, change the direction. I want to go left, press down. I want to go right, pull up. Then you just kind of balance it in between, and it keeps it in front of you. So, go ahead and back it on over here. It's pretty dirty over there. Go ahead and hit it down with some alcohols. Get some alcohol on the heads there. Ooh, they got that on there. Spray a straight stream, huh? My goodness, it's gonna grab right there. Now, it's something to remember that when you do spray alcohol out, the pad will grab it and try to direct it wherever it wants to go. So you need to be prepared for that, because I've seen people knock holes in walls. I've seen people break the C90 covers. It's not good. Now, don't be afraid to hit the head of the lane too, because up here there's going to be no oil. You have no oil till about yay far, so you don't have to worry about hitting the oil and dragging it back onto the approach. Just be careful that you don't get into the oil and bring it back onto your approach, because then you got a sticky mess and you just got to clean it even more. So I normally come up to about here, because a lot of guys drop their balls in this area, and I just like to try to clean it up as best as I can. It's not going to be perfect by any means, but it's definitely going to look a little better, and the approaches are going to feel much better. So just so you guys know, I'm not hosing the whole approach down with the alcohol. I'm mainly hitting the heads, because the heads is where you're going to have more kind of oil trapped up in there from either your oil machine, someone stepping on the lane, or somebody dropping their ball too early. And that's just where you have all your ball marks too. So your most important part is the head, the head of it right there. And that's mainly where I put the alcohol. Now, if there's like black marks out here that I can't get up, that just won't come up, hit that with a little bit of alcohol, let it set a minute, and then go over it. But if you start going too crazy with the alcohol, you do run the chance of making your approaches a little bit tacky, especially depending on the weather. If it's humid out, you got a real good chance of tacky approaches. So if you do use a little bit too much alcohol and it doesn't feel right, just let it dry out, run your buff pad over it several times, and you'll feel it smooth out, and then it's just like smooth as butter. I'll get back to it, and let's get this finished up, man, because my arm's tired. Freaking, it's tired, man. I'm tired. All right.
heavy or run stick. The pins go flying, but the gears might stick. I'm the one they call when it all goes wrong. Grease on my hands and a wrench in my song. Fix it up tight, fix it real fine. Keep those pins falling every time. It's a job of grit, but I'll never refuse. Here I am, same pin set.
Well, we're all done. We got all the approaches buff. But now we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna get the long broom and I'm gonna kind of sweep up because it doesn't look like there's much out there, but once you drag the approaches with the broom, you'll see there's a lot of dust down there that you just couldn't see before. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna finish that up. I'm gonna clock back out and I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm not coming back until probably this weekend because that's when GTO starts. And I'm gonna try to get some footage of it. And I would want to know if you guys, I made this whole video just to ask this. Do you guys want some footage from GTO bowlers bowling, or do you just want some back end footage of it? Or do you even want any at all anymore? I don't know. So let me know down in the comments and I will see you guys later.
Belts are squealing and the lights might blink. There's a clatter and a bang.